What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Board Game Sensei YouTube channel. I'm your boy Nick, and guys, today I have another first impressions video for you. This is not a full review. The full review will come out later, but I have a first review or impressions video for you where we're going to be talking about Wraith and the Giants, a solo Heroes game by Renegade Games, and I just want to share with you my first thoughts. I did play through the 4 Giants with the Young Wraith, which was the recommended thing to do in the rule book. And so let's go ahead and get started. But if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications. And what is Wraith and the Giants, you may be asking? Well, Wraith and the Giants is a solo giant climbing boss battler. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a solo giant climbing boss battler where you are chaining cards, you're climbing giants, and you're just trying to beat the giants and follow in your grandmother's footsteps before the giant hits your village and destroys your village. Now, I want to tell you the things that I liked about the game, what I didn't like, and then kind of give you some final verdict on the game. So what did I like about the game? Well, first off, I like the theme. So if you ever played Shadow of the Colossus, which is a PS2 game that came out a long time ago, I think it's like 15 years ago, I think it was, but Shadow of the Colossus, this, in my opinion, is the best interpretation, or representation rather, of Shadow of the Colossus. Now, I never played Leviathan Wilds, so if you guys have ever played Leviathan Wilds, let me know in the comments what you guys think of that game, because I really do want to try that game and see how this compares to Wraith and the Giants, because there is a lot of things that I do like about this game. And also what I like about the game, not only the theme, but I like the fast gameplay. This game is fast. It just keeps moving. I think it's like a 30 to 45 minute game, but it keeps moving. I mean, it just keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling. And what you're trying to do is you have these cards. And what I like about these cards is they have little symbols on them that allow you to chain and to do certain actions to make your action stronger. And so, for instance, if you have a lot of the eye symbols or a lot of the hand symbols, and you have an action card that allows you to attack, and it shows that symbol, you can do tons of damage to the giant and honestly wipe out the giant in one move. And I think that's really, really cool, a thing about this game. And I love the matching symbols, where every symbol that you match, an action gets stronger. They do that in The Witcher Old World. The Witcher Old World, they do that in Tainted Grail, and I think that's such a good mechanic, and I think more games need to use that in their games because it's just fantastic. Also, too, I like the climbing mechanics in the game. So, literally, it's a climbing game where you're climbing these giants to beat them. I mean, you can't just fight a giant from the ground. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't do you much good, would it? I don't think it would, at least. But anyways, you're climbing this giant, and you're going on different spots, which I think is absolutely really neat, is how it works. And again, using cards, you have to use cards. And what I like about this game as well is you have 2 spots. You have to do the top action first, and then the bottom action. So you get 2 actions a turn, and you have to be very particular in what you choose, or else you could really lose really quickly. And I think that's what I like about that too. And also, the final thing that I like about this game is the boss battle feel. You guys know how much I like boss battlers. I mean, Townsfolk Tussle. I mean, I wouldn't call Townsfolk Tussle a boss battler, but I mean, it is, but it's not. But it is, right? But you got Townsfolk Tussle, you have Grim Coven, you have Aeon's Trespass, you have, all that Aeon Odyssey, all that stuff. Trying to think of other boss battle games. I don't know if, all the boss battle, Marvel Champions, stuff like that. This has a boss battle feel where each giant, by the way, feels different and plays differently, and you have to think differently, or else you can lose very fast in this game. Now, what did I not like about Wraith and the Giants? Well, my concerns about Wraith and Giant is replayability. Young Wraith, if you can see, is very basic. She has very basic actions that she takes. The health and the things like that is very basic as well. But there is 2 other things as you progress through the story. So it does come with a storybook as well, where you can progress through the story. You can read through it as you go. But as you progress, you go on to the adult Wraith, but then you go on to the elder Wraith. And each character, or as she progresses, as she grows up, she has unique cards, different actions. Her action gets stronger, and when you get to the Elder Wraith, you end up using spells and stuff like that. Now, I'm not too concerned about replayability because in the rulebook, it has different things that you can do. So you can play it the normal way, the easy way, but also too, it says you can do dangerous footholds, which allows you to, makes it a little bit stronger. A giant's harder to defeat. You have gauntlet mode where you have to continue to go through, and if you die, instead of restarting the game against the current giant, you restart all the way back. And then, it's just really, really cool. And I think the replayability will be okay, but that is something that probably does concern me is if I play this game over and over and over again, will the replayability just not be fun anymore? Now, there is an expansion to this, so maybe if the replayability gets a little bit too not enough of it, maybe the expansion will add more to it. I don't know, but that is something there. And this is only my first impressions, so I don't know for sure about the replayability. But the second thing is there is some luck elements in the game. So one of the elements is the drawing of the cards, obviously, right? But the flipping of the giant deck, as that flips over. So you do the action that the giant has first, and when you do that, that determines whether the giant will hit you or not. If you have wound tokens on it, then the giant won't hit you, but he'll rage. But then you flip over another card as that card goes away, and you slide them down, and then if there's a symbol on the card that will show you, hey, if there's any other symbols in the giant row, then you have to activate those cards, and it can be brutal. There has been a few times where I have done that, and the giant has gotten so much damage off on me, but it makes it feel alive. It makes it feel like the giant's actually doing something, and I think that's what I like about this game too. I guess that's really not something I dislike, the luck element, because the luck element merges with some of the things that I like about the game, which is really cool as well. And also too, the last thing I may not like about this game, or at least I don't, is young Wraith may be too simple for some players. I can see people playing this and playing through with young Wraith and thinking in their minds and hearts, well, this game's too simple. It's too easy. Because I will say, the actions on her cards are fairly simple, but it's a good start and a good learning curve for other players as well. But I'm assuming that as you get into the older Wraith, then it gets a little bit harder, it gets a little bit more fun, and you have to make a little bit more decisions there. So what's my final verdict? Does it make me excited to try the adult and Elder Wraith? And I'm going to say yes. I'm super excited to try out the adult Wraith and the Elder Wraith because like I said, young Wraith may be super simple, super simplistic, but I mean, as you get into the other Wraiths, you have abilities that go along with it too, and there's a whole another rule section that tells you how to play them in the rule book. So I am actually very excited to see how adult Wraith and Elder Wraith play, and then I'm obviously going to, as I finish the game, going to give you my final thoughts on the full game and whether it's going to stay in my collection or not. And I'm looking forward to I'm going to do a playthrough of this on the channel too soon, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be my first playthrough on the channel is Wraith and the Giants, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. And would I recommend Wraith and the Giants to solo gamers? And my answer to that is yes. For my first impressions video, yes, I would recommend Wraith and the Giants to people who want to play solo because it is a game that you can pull out, you can play it, learn the rules fairly quickly, and you can have a good time. I had a great time fighting through all 4 Giants with Wraith as young Wraith, and I would do it again. It wasn't too simple, I didn't think, and it really was a challenge going through each giant because each giant gets harder and harder as you go, and they do different things as well. So I think that was really cool. And yeah, so that is Wraith and the Giant first impression video, and I'm looking forward to playing this for you guys on a full playthrough on the channel here very, very soon. And I got a couple more videos to come out before I do that. But yeah, that is it, and I'm looking forward to doing a full review for you guys too. But if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Don't do it at all. It's up to you guys. I'm just glad you guys are watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.